All right, I got all the pieces in the oven. Put them around 300. I'm gonna put them in there for about 30 minutes to get the rest of the moisture out of there. And hopefully they will survive this process as well. We'll see. So I'm lighting up the fire. Hopefully the rain doesn't get to me. But I'm warming up the pit here. So I'm getting the moisture out of the pit as well here. I'm just gonna scatter the coals around once it warms up enough. But once it's done, I am going to bring them up in here and put them in here. Then I'll pile up my wood, which I have covered up in my little patio here, and it's some pallets, or not pallets, picket fence, old picket fence that I had. I had them covered up just in case it rains. And then I got some firewood from the store, just enough to make sure that I get enough heat. But we'll be back once I have it set up. So I moved them to the pit, smoky. See, they all lined up. I couldn't get that one down all the way in the rack I had down there, but I gotta find a way to get it down there. But my plan is to put them here and then build a pyramid type of wood fire here and let them get hot. I'm trying to get to somewhere around 650 to 600 on the heat. They've been in the oven for 30 minutes. I'm gonna let them dry a little bit here, and I'll slowly build up the fire. Okay, piled up the wood. She's ready to go. I'm gonna light it up and hope for the best. I did hear some of them popping. I think that plate cracked. Yeah, I don't know if that's hard to see in there, but that plate, the backyard clay mixed with store-bought clay, I think that one popped. But anyways, I'm gonna slowly light it up. See what happens. We'll keep giving you an update. Fire is igniting. Put a little juice in there from that side. But I really want it to be all in one, but that's hot. I'm not getting too close. This is perfect. This is what I want. So far, I haven't heard anything popping. I gotta back off of it because the camera's gonna get hot. But this is what I want. It's burning right in the middle. Perfect. It's going. You can see the temperature past 400. So we achieved. I don't know if you did or not, but yeah, it's way up there. So it's smoking. I don't care about the pit. It's an old pit, so. A little cloudy. Yeah, here's some thunders over there. But let's check out our fire. Yeah, it's going. I know some of those clays, it's hard to see from here, but I looked at it earlier when I fed it more wood. They changed color. Interesting. So it's going. Still beyond that 600 mark, so I know I achieved the temperature, but I gotta keep it going to make sure I got heat all the way around and it's balanced heat. All right, we're still going. You know what's surprising? The store-bought clay with sand, that cover, is still holding up. I see it. It's amazing. A lot of the pieces are still in good shape from what I see in here. I mean, we're way beyond that 650 mark when this thing got hot. I mean, hot. I'm pretty sure I got to like 900 or close to it. Only thing that I'm worried about is if I get that hot, I'm not really worried because these are experiment pieces, and this will tell me which clay would be able to withstand the temperatures. So right now, whatever survived, it's already ceramic, because we've reached that 750 mark, and that would make it a ceramic from, you know, it's not clay anymore, or it's not a clay pot anymore. Now it's ceramics. I wish I can get close. Oh, that is hot. Okay, here you go. That's close enough. I feel the heat hitting my face. So, oh, I can actually zoom in and show y'all. Look at that ashtray thing that I built, the store-bought clay. It's there. I haven't heard it pop or anything. This is amazing. I mean, I'll try to get to the temperature. Hey, look, you can see the old rust off of it. That's the rust that was on the rust in the paint, the high temperature paint that I had on it back in the days. But it's my old grill. But look, it's way beyond the limit of that thermometer. And that limit is, I think it has 650 on it. And we've reached that. But I know, so a couple things that I learned from the firing here. I know that this setup here for firing, I can get to temperature, high temperatures. So I can even try different like clays that will need higher temperature to fire. So very interesting. I'm gonna keep it going. Let it cool down on its own, and we'll find out what happens later. Which one survives. All right, quick update. Oh, that is hot. Still, it's about 550 in here. I don't know if you can see. There's a little crack right on top of that, right there. Not good news. But I actually expected this thing to just be in pieces. That is surprising too, that it survived. The other stuff you can't see, but let me see. There you go. The little stirring thingy, I'm surprised it's still standing upright. But it seems like the cover for the coffee roasting thingy is probably the only one that is doing really good, and the cover for the store-bought clay and backyard clay mix, everything else doesn't seem to be doing too well. The store-bought clay by itself, the control piece, from what I'm looking at here, is looking like it's the winner. This is gonna be interesting. So right now it's cooling down. I'm gonna close this back up. Yeah, I'm not touching this. I'm using a piece of stick to close this. So you can see the heat for basically gave me brand new steel. I mean, this pit is probably like 8 years old, and it produced enough barbecue, so that's why I'm using it for this purpose. But let's see what the temperature reading is. I mean, it's climbing, and it's going up to 400. It was 550 when I opened it, so yeah, we'll give you some more updates as they cool down. We don't want to cool them down too fast, so because that's another potential for them to crack. If they cool down too fast, they'll crack. The other thing I thought about, I didn't explain earlier, was I had, nothing was actually protecting the pieces from the actual fire or the coals. That shouldn't be any problem unless you have paint or you're worried about discoloration. In this case, I don't have that problem. It's just our test pieces, so I'm not trying to I'm not looking for aesthetics, if you get what I mean. All right, we'll be back. So we got pounded by rain, but the pit is still in a good shape. Look at that, it's still at 200, and this is like maybe 3 hours later, so it should be still in good shape. I thought the rain was gonna cool them too fast and break them even more, but it seems like they're doing okay. I don't want to get them too wet, but I'll get them out in the next video.